It was kind of led a little bit by Barclay Branch there in Flint, and where maybe some of his team needs were. He has Dennis Busby that's injured right now, and a little bit of a younger decor and some injuries back there. And we had spoken on Nicholas for some time there, and he had showed interest. And I think with where our decor was at in the future, we never really considered it very seriously until much more recently.
When you look at your roster, you have 10 OHL ready defensemen. When you look at a roster like that, what do you do as a manager when you try and manage it?
Well, I think we obviously talked as a group about, after the first set of exhibition games where our decor was, and if we felt, certain guys were ready to take a next step and be able to play bigger minutes and be counted on in key situations, which I think we all felt that, a lot of them had good strides in the summer and taken good steps. So I think when you look at a trade, when you're trading away a guy that potentially has an overage season as well too, you want to be happy with where your younger guys are at, and that obviously was the answer with our coaching staff and myself.
Bringing in a guy like Alec Regula adds size to your defense core. Nic Mattinen's a guy who had size. Do you weigh things like that?
Yeah, you definitely have to keep that in mind, because if you look at a lot of the successful teams in the Memorial Cup or OHL championships, they have size on their back end. Obviously, they're smaller D with attributes like Victor Mete with skating and skill, but overall you do have to have some size back there, because there's a lot of forwards in the league that are powerful. They can play a skill game and a power game, and you have to have defense that can deal with that.
The fact that you brought in some size recently, does that help you in this move?
Yeah, I think so. I think, like you alluded to, with Alec Regula being 6'4", and Riley Coombe being 6'4", Tim Fallowfield being 6'2", I think, when you bring in size like that into your back end, it definitely helps recruit that.
When you look at the value on the market, what does that say about the player that Nic Mattinen is, that you get 2 second-round picks, a third-round pick, and a conditional third?
Yeah, I think it shows, what Nick is kind of viewed as in the league, obviously. When you see somebody that has Memorial Cup experience and played in the Memorial Cup, was counted on a little bit more last year than the Memorial Cup year as far as his role within the team. And I think people kind of value, he has played behind Joe Levy and Brandon Crawley and Victor Mete in the past, and there's a lot more there for him to give.
Rob, thanks.
Thank you.